Statesman Nation here with Coach Alan Friesen of the track and field team. We're going to preview, a light preview here, Coach, for the 16-17 year. We'll get a bigger one in January once we get rolling into the real meat of the season. But we do have a holiday preview, as they do call it over at Central, the Central Holiday Preview tomorrow over in Pella. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and just kind of the expectations and what you're expecting, for your kids here just out of the gate. So first off, I guess let's talk about, the preseason. You guys have, again, a real big group out there. It sounds like, everybody's been working hard and getting ready for, a big 16-17 year. So, I guess talk about that a little bit and then we'll break down tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I think, we graduated a lot of seniors last year, so we're a fairly young group this year. I think the biggest thing for the young kids was for them to get used to that track starts a little earlier than what they're used to. So already they've probably done a season's worth of work what they usually do in high school. So this meet's always a good meet for us. One for the athletes, kind of breaks it up, something for them to look forward to. Two for us coaches to kind of evaluate where we're at. If we're on the right track or if we need to adjust workouts or things like that. But it's for us. I'm just excited because this has been a really good, fun group so far. The expectations, kind of from what we've seen in practice and everything, are pretty high. But we'll see. It's first college meet for a lot of them, so those first meet jitters always seem to take effect. But
when the lights turn on.
When the lights turn on, and
who shows up.
These kids they're going to race some good competition at this meet this year because we'll have a D1, D2, D3, and a couple NEI schools. So it'll be a loaded field. It'll be some tough competition come Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. As we have in the past, this has been a pretty big meet to get kids qualified right out of the gate. Not to single out anybody, but I assume that's probably the hope and expectation again tomorrow is that some of the kids can just get it out of the way and then, then they can work towards the rest of the indoor season to continue improving.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had, well, of course, we're expecting, when you're talking about qualifying and returning, you're expecting Derek Seddon. Been throwing really, really well. It looks, Coach Ritter said it looks like he should qualify in both events this weekend. So for him, that's kind of the expectation anyway. So but I think there's some kids some freshmen that I think have a shot to qualify. I think Asia Laudermilch might have a shot this week. She redshirted last year, so for her to run in her first collegiate meets, big. And then we have some high jumpers. Tristan Elmore in the high jump, I think will be pretty close. Kind of depends on if he gets his steps right. He's right now he's just kind of hot and cold sometimes on his. But that's expected in the jump. Marcus Hastings in the long jump, I think has a shot. And then the handful of other kids, Clifford Phillips, who didn't run for us last year. So he has a shot. Stacy Goodman, a freshman out of Georgia. We look to have some really good things out of him. Marcus and Charles coming back, senior year's hurdles. He was hurt most of last year. So look really to see him to have a really good meet. He needs to open up.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like you said, this meet kind of sets up for the whole year. And I guess, like you said, more than anything, helps you reevaluate, figure out. I mean, you only have a couple more weeks. Well, actually, not even a couple more weeks. After this week, you have this week, and I don't know how much you guys do during finals week if for you to say, take care of your studies or if you throw in a few practices. But at least then you can maybe send them on, their winter break with, some goals in mind and some things that they have to work on. Hey, this didn't work out. So now you have the next few weeks to get prepared for this until
and I think
get back at it.
This meet will show us what the kids and it'll show the kids too what they need to work on and how things work and what their competition is going to be like, because this meet's going to set the tone for what the competition is going to be like for the rest of the year for them. And I always like this meet just for that simple reason. We practice really hard since it's August, it's the beginning of September. So now they get a chance to compete, and that's all they've been talking about.
Yeah.
For this last week, they're all excited for this meet, and I'm excited for them. And then that way, over the break, that hopefully takes the momentum through the break, and we can start off the season on a really good note when we really start getting the meat of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, action starts at I think 10.
Actually, they moved it. They moved the meet up a little bit. So field events start at 11.
Okay.
Running events start at 1:30.
Okay.
It's projected to get done by 4:30, which makes it a really, really short meet.
Yeah, it's really
They don't have a whole lot of events in that meet. Right. They just have some of the primary ones.
Yeah.
And we're off and running.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. All right, Coach. Well, best of luck. If you're in Pella tomorrow, definitely check out the Statesman. Again, obviously not your full team, but you're going to get several guys and girls, ladies out there competing. Hopefully, get a bunch of qualifying marks and get that ball rolling in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Right away, so.
Get us set up for the conference right away.
There you go. All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.